we're not looking for some reason that it's all happening. We're just looking to not be alone in it.
That's right. That's right.
Has anyone ever told you everything happens for a reason? If so, you might know how gut punching that can feel. Like it's supposed to sound comforting, everything happens for a reason, but often it just feels invalidating. I want to talk to my mom about this phrase today because she has so much experience as a secular chaplain sitting with people through their pain. And I've learned a lot from her about what real support actually feels like. Hey mom, can we talk about why phrases like this actually hurt a lot more than they help?
Yes, that is so true. Phrases like everything happens for a reason, or sometimes you'll hear, oh, don't worry, it'll all be better soon, or, thank goodness that's not that big a deal, or these type of phrases that really can feel like that gut punch that you mentioned. It all can be kind of categorized as like toxic positivity, almost like when people are trying to bypass the real struggle that is taking place and kind of pave over it with like easy, quick answers, answers that'll mean that nobody has to really deal with the difficult emotions and struggles that are actually taking place. And I think that's the case. A lot of times people will say these types of phrases, use this toxic positivity type language because they themselves are really uncomfortable with the discomfort of others. They themselves are uncomfortable with negative feelings or hard feelings. A lot of people, if they themselves are not comfortable with difficult emotions, they certainly are not comfortable with the difficult emotions that other people around them are having. So a lot of times this type of language might be an effort to kind of, let's shut down those emotions. Let's quickly, get that away. Let's don't think about things that are hard. And so the idea of maybe, let me quickly fix that. Let me quickly say something that'll just fix it and make these hard feelings stop is something that it's easy for people to turn to. Also, sometimes people use this language, this toxic positivity type language, as a way of not wanting to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people are unsure of really what to do or say when they are encountering somebody who is struggling or dealing with difficult emotions. And so, instead of maybe saying the wrong thing, again, they use these trite phrases as a way of, here, let me just say this. Maybe this will make it all better. Everything can feel better and we can go on about our day.
I think that feels so true. I would say that phrase, everything happens for a reason, kind of has another layer of harm too, which is the almost religious or divine connotations. That there's some kind of cosmic reasoning for why you feel bad and why you're in pain right now. It kind of implies that that suffering is okay because it's for a reason. And it might cause a bit of shame if you're like, well, I don't know the reason for the suffering right now. All I know is that it feels terrible in the present moment. The suggestion that people must find a reason or some sort of meaning in the suffering that they experience is just, again, it's very invalidating, and it adds just extra harm to those difficult feelings that we're already experiencing anyway.
Yes, and another thing that does is it moves the focus away from the person's real emotions, the real things that are being felt in the moment. And for the person who is feeling the difficult feelings, that can be so discounting when somebody moves the focus and tries to shift it away from what you are actually feeling. It can feel so discounting. It can make you feel even more alone
Yeah.
in the struggle that you're having.
You know, Mom, growing up, something that helped a lot, you helped a lot because when I would, come home from school or had a bad day or whatever it was, you always gave me permission to feel how I feel. You sat with me, you listened to me, you gave me space to just kind of let you know, like, this is what I'm feeling in the present moment. And I remember that, and it felt like such a relief to just be like, it's okay to feel how I'm feeling right now. And I remember that helping so much more than any particular phrase that you said to me.
Yes, and it turns out the reason that approach can be so helpful is that we have found when people are going through hard things, they are not seeking answers most of the time. What they are really seeking is validation. They are seeking someone to really hear what it is they're going through and really to feel that they are not alone in this hard thing. So, a lot of times, people can get through hard things if they know they are not alone in the hard thing. And so, what a lot of times people are seeking is someone to just say, I hear you and I am here with you. You are not alone in this hard time. And this is a safe space for you to share the reality of what it is you're going through, what it is you're feeling. And I'm going to be right here to listen and to care and to make sure you know you're not alone in this. I'm not going to try to make it all better because most of the time we can't. So it really is interesting that in itself, saying I'm here, you're not alone, that often is the thing that makes the person genuinely feel better.
That makes so much sense. And also being the one caring for someone else who's going through something hard, it's a simple thing to do, and it takes the pressure off us because we know we don't have to find the right thing to say. We know that often just being there can make all the difference for that person.
It really does. It removes the pressure from, like you said, from having to have the right thing to say and what's the proper phrasing. We don't need that if we are trying to show somebody care, somebody who's going through a hard thing. Really, just the letting the person know I am here for you and I will be here as you are going through this hard thing, and I am here to listen and to make sure you know that your feelings are valid and you are not alone in this.
And I think for so many of us, when we're asking for some support, we're not looking for some reason that it's all happening. We're just looking to not be alone in it.
That's right. That's right.
So, watchers, has anyone ever said something to you that was meant to be comforting, but it actually wasn't? Please share in the comments. My name is Michelle. That was my mom, Ashley, and thank you so much for joining us for Secular Sunday. And we'll connect again soon.